Yeah, we back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Beyond Click and Cliff. This is a podcast where I talk about whatever's on my mind and whatever topic it is, my life experiences, life stories, or I even just tell you a story. Who knows? Last week was Thanksgiving. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. Now we're on to Christmas and New Year's and the new year. Can you believe it's been a year already? I don't know about you, but this year's gone by way too fast. Um, Happened so quick. I don't know what else to do about it. It just happened so fast. Life really, tennis literally goes way too fast. Don't know what it is, but that's what happens usually. Um, Now, this is a type of year where I kind of like to tell stories, and on my Lego channel, I've told these kind of stories already, but I'm just going to reiterate in case I got new subscribers on this channel that may not have heard the story. So I'm just going to kind of tell a couple of them and hope you all enjoy it and laugh and giggle. You know, it's Christmas time, and anybody that knows me knows that I'm very impatient. I don't I just don't have no patience. I can't find it in me to have any kind of patience. So patience is should be my New Year's resolution every year because that's what I struggle in all the time. Um, but I know when I was a kid, it was 10 times worse, especially around Christmas time because I knew I was going to get a gift. I knew I was going to either get a toy or something that I really wanted, and I just couldn't wait. I remember, I remember when there was presents underneath the tree. I used to just look in salivate like I can't wait to open those, and it could be the 1st of December. uh, and I'm like, dude, I got to have them gifts. And I pleaded, Mom, let me open one gift. You know, she always told me no. And then I end up getting more on their nerves, and then they actually would say, if you ask one more time, we're going to get rid of them, take them back. I'm like, no, I don't want that because I have a new something or other underneath there that I know I have. Because I may have done some snooping. I'm sure they knew, but I done some snooping. I knew what I was getting, and I was excited for it. And I don't know, my mom had this little dachshund dog, a little wiener dog, and one morning I had a bright idea that I'm going to kind of gently put that dog into the presents and get him to move around and take his paws and open up the gifts. So the the it wasn't my fault; it was the dog's fault. So I did that. Didn't work out in my favor because my mom yelled at me. I'm like, dude, that's the dog, not me. Well, how did the dog get in the middle of the presents? Anyway, you got me there. I know one time I did go snooping and I thought I'd brag about it. I'll go to mom and dad and I say, I know he got me. And dad goes, I know what I'm taking back. You know, he and as I say, what I thought I found for me, dad was the man of his word. He took it back and got me something different. And I was like, man, I really wanted the first gift. I should have kept my mouth shut. Honest stuff. Um, and then, you know, as I got older, I started working and making some money, and I wanted to get my parents gifts, and you know, I get them something that I think that they would like. You know, I sneak it in the house. I'd wrap the presents up, and then I put them underneath the tree with all the others, right? And it took everything in my power not to tell them what I got because I was so excited that I got them something. I just couldn't wait for them to open it, and I wanted to see this big old smile on their face. You know that I thought about them and stuff. You know because you know the truth is it is a lot better for me to give than receive. It makes me feel better that maybe I, you know, put somebody's smile on their face. So I always couldn't wait to get it. I couldn't wait to get it. Give them the present just to see the reaction on their face. Um, I, I don't know. It's just funny. It's just funny how that took place, you know. And I remember one year I would thought, you know what? One night my dad and mom went out, and I stayed home. And I thought I'd be sneaky and open up a gift and see what I got, and wrap it back up. Well, here's the pickle I found myself in. I did that to one present. I got the medium sized one. Because at that time I was maybe 10, 11, so toys wasn't really a thing then. It was more starting with electronics, a Walkman, CD player. That's back in my day was technology. Not what we have today. There's no iPhones or iPads or uh, Apple Watches or whatever. It was Walkman, CD player Walkman, or something that kind of realm. So I got a gift and I started unopening it and I ripped the wrapping paper. Kind of freaked me out for a minute. I go, oh wait, you know what? I know where Mom keeps her wrapping paper, so I can just rewrap it and just throw away that and be good. Well, to my surprise, I guess she used it all. And every present underneath was the same wrapping paper. It wasn't, different. It was the same one. So went back there. I think it was blue. I think it was blue with snowflakes on it. But when I went back there was a green rolling paper, a red one, none of the right wrapping paper. So I'm like, oh shoot. So I'm like, crap. What am I going to do? Well, another pop thing came in my head. I knew where they usually hid the gifts, so I just put it back there. Waited. Pins and needles. Came to Christmas time when we opened the gifts. I opened all the gifts, and Mom started looking. And I said, I think you're missing one. I said, am I? I said, well, maybe you didn't get it all. Maybe you forgot one. She got up, went back there and looked, and brought it out to me, handed it to me. He goes, I know I wrapped that, and that was the one I made sure I found. Of course, I told her. I ended up telling her myself. I said, well, Mom, I being sneaky. Of course, that took the point there where my dad took the opportunity to lecture me or tell me a life lesson, and he says, see, when you do something sneaky, it always comes out, no matter when, but at some point, it all comes out. So, it came out, and yeah, that's what, that's what happened. It came out, I was told, so I get that. I get that now when I'm older. I have a kid, and I think she's done the same thing. And it's still hard for me to buy people gifts without wanting to tell them what it is. I don't know what it is. I just want to tell them because I'm so excited for them to get it, and not caring what I get. I'm more worried about if they're going to like what I got them and all that stuff. So I'm glad, so it is better to give than receive. And I learned, when you're a kid, I think it switches. When you're a kid, you don't think about buying them. Because how are you going to buy? You can make a gift. You can draw them a card, draw them a picture or something. Make them something out of glue, whatever. That'd be pretty cool too. I wish I thought of that, but I didn't. I don't think a lot of kids think about it. There may be some that does. Well, that's cool if they do. Give them a gold star. But when I was a kid, I was like, hey, what am I going to get for Christmas? I can't wait, But then when you get older, you start reversing that. It's not really about the giving. It's about, hey, I want to make this guy happy. I'm going to give them a gift. I'll give my child a gift to make them smile. So that's where it's cool when you transition to that. And don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the gifts my family gives me or whoever gives me. I do enjoy them. I do appreciate it. But I do want to give. I'd rather give. I want to give you the present, make you smile, and know that I made you smile, and all that stuff. So yeah, that helps out a lot. Um, and so yeah, we got that. So Christmas time to me, I rather see giving. So that's what I'm gonna do. I like to give, so I like to give presents and all that stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do the rest of my life. There's another story where I was a little kid. Go to the mall, you sit on Santa's lap, you tell him you want a puppy dog, and then you get very disappointed at Christmas time. That's what happened to me. And kids, if you don't want to know the truth, if you're watching this, exit the video right now. Fair warning. I remember getting on Santa's lap and, oh, you been a good boy this year? And I'm like, yeah, of course I have. What are you talking about, Santa? And then he proceeds and, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, I want a puppy dog, like every boy's saying. And saying, and I remember Santa saying, well, if you were an extraordinary good boy, then you get one lick of trouble the whole year. You should have a puppy dog on Christmas Day. In my mind, I was a good boy, even though I got in trouble the whole year, with my dad, doing kid stuff, and Christmas morning I got up, I was all excited, I couldn't wait to hear the little barks and playful dog, and I opened up every gift, and I looked at my mom, I said, where's my puppy dog? And my dad goes, I guess you weren't that good as you told Santa. I'm surprised you didn't get Cole. I'm like, seriously? And then I think Dad had to talk with me about Santa. He said, we are Santa, I'm like, oh, so why was I sitting on that guy's lap, And Dad goes, it's just something for fun, make believe. Well, okay. Well, I kind of knew at that point because I stayed up all night and I didn't hear no sleigh hitting the roof of my house. We didn't have a chimney, so I didn't know how he was going to get in my house. And I knew if he tried to come through the front door, my dad would be there with a gun. I mean, you just don't do that. But or the cops would be called. You just don't do that. And so I kind of knew. So it's all good, but you know what? It's the memories. And that's what I keep telling my friends, everybody. It's the memories that you have. You make with your family. And that's what it should be. That should be your Christmas thing is your memories. Making memories with your children, your parents, your brothers and sisters, grandma, grandpas, your friends, everybody's making memories with them. That's what is the total present in my eyes. It's something I can take with me throughout my life. I remember, like me telling you the story, I remember all that. Those are memories. Those are good memories. Even though I wasn't honoring, I was in trouble, but I was able to keep those memories and be able to share them with you guys. That's what I think about Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays, Easter, whatever holiday that we celebrate or don't celebrate is the memories that you have. And that's what I always try to convey to my friends is, hey, make memories. That's the true gift. And it makes you smile when you're sitting back having a bad day and just thinking about it. So, yeah. Well, guys, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, like I said at the beginning of this. Hope you guys enjoyed this 15-minute podcast. I know it's not long. It's not half an hour, 2 hours. I don't think y'all want to hear me speak for that long. I'm just here to tell stories, experiences, and stuff like that. And that's what I did today. And this is, the Christmas party, part 1, I guess, what I'll call this podcast. We'll talk about more as we go down the line. But guys, I want you to be good to one another. Do unto others that you want done to yourself. Be somebody's light and somebody's darkest cloud. A hello from you can make their day a whole lot better. Tell somebody they look nice today. Tell them that they look good. You like that hat. You like that shirt. Whatever it could be. I like your car. I like your hat. Whatever. Just compliment them and make today go small. There's a lot we can spread the joy and not so much of the hate. Guys, this is it. Until the next one. Bye-bye.